So next, we will move to Malta, and we have presentation of students of St. Michael School, Miguel and Luca, with the teacher Josef Savona. Are you? Yeah, I can see you. Perfect, because I know that you were at school, and now it's okay that you are with us. So can we start your presentation?
So yes, I will share screen.
Perfect. So thank you.
There we go. So there we go. Okay. So we have based our study on basically these terms, which are the pH and the amount of rain, together with temperatures during winter in an urban area of Malta. It can also be said that where the school is, it is almost even an industrial area in Malta, because there are many buildings and factories nearby. So as a school, we studied different variables such as humidity, temperatures, precipitation, and pH of rain. It was conducted over the winter months during the school days of 2019 to 2020, just before the COVID pandemic happened. The study also had included an interview with a meteorologist. Now, this is our research question that we asked the meteorologist, since we had noticed that during the months of maybe December till March, there was very little rain. So this, yes,
we had asked him also why there was a lack of rain, and it was due to the North Atlantic oscillations, and it had to do with the amount of pressure that was coming down from the Atlantic Ocean down to where Europe was. Also,
this is our site of data collection. So you are seeing the school from a top-down view. The site is on the roof of the school, where we have our rain gauge and take surface temperature readings and humidity and air pressure. Now we are using the lab disk, which is the GlobalSense lab disk, almost every day. We check barometric pressure and humidity, as I've said. Yes, every single data that we have gathered was recorded via the Globe Observer app and the cloud data sheet. We also observed clouds from that site. And the rain precipitation was collected by a rain gauge that you can see there. Also, as you can see there from the rain gauge picture, there are many buildings behind and also many clouds. This is the log of the observations for precipitations, and this is the graph. So as you can see, it was quite dry during December and January there, all throughout February. This is some photos of us taking the readings of precipitation.
We can't hear you now.
Oh, sorry.
Hello. On the right-hand side, we used Mr. Savona's phone to take pictures of the north, south, west, and east parts of the sky to see what clouds were found inside the photo.
And that was done via the Globe Observer app. The picture on the left is showing us taking the readings using the GlobalSense and the app. So unfortunately, this year, as we've said, it was very, very dry. And according to the meteorologist, the Maltese Islands were really dry. He said that it was because of a North Atlantic oscillation, as Luca mentioned. It was because the air pressure was too high for the rain to actually drop. I think that's it, Luca. This is us speaking to the meteorologist, and the picture on the right is showing what the North Atlantic oscillation is. And this is a link to the interview because I don't think we have enough time to show it here. It's about 5 minutes long. But yes, it was an interesting one. It is in Maltese, but there are subtitles for it.
Oh.
Yes. If you want, I can post that in chat for anyone who wants to see it.
Yeah, you can post this on the chat, and also we will share the video, the presentation, so everybody can take it from there.
Yes.
So thank you for your presentation. It's really interesting. Sanya, your comments first.
Okay. Will you continue with your measurements?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay.
We will try and take as many as possible, although school might close down soon in Malta. So we'll try our best.
Okay.
Yes,
I would like be on that roof with you. Great. It's very smart idea to ask meteorologists for your questions that you have, and you have answers. So it's great idea. Great work.
So last year was actually the first year that the school had actually started taking globe readings, and from then we only had the lab disc and the phone app. Now we have the rain gauge, and we also have a brand new tablet which will be able to have much more sensors on it on the way, so we can read carbon dioxide in the air, for example, and soil pH maybe.
Great.
Since we have a garden.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. And Laura?
I have to agree, Sanya, again, that a really nice presentation, and you have had really a great start. I know that Malta just joined recently, and you haven't had much time to do the observations and measurements, and I'm really happy that you're going to continue. But I have more touristic question to you. What would be the best time to visit Malta?
Not right now.
Not right now, no. Most tourists come in the summer because it's quite hot and many people go to the sea.
Yes, we have quite lovely beaches. I almost go every day to the beach during the summer, but in winter it's also nice, but it can get boring sometimes.
You mentioned.
I wondered if I might say. I wondered if I might give a comment to the students. I represent or I work with the Global Precipitation Measurement Mission at NASA. And right now where I'm sitting in Maryland, it's pouring rain. And I loved seeing pictures of you with your rain gauge, taking your measurements. I put something in the chat. It is an activity where if you put in your latitude and longitude for your school or even your home location, anywhere in the world, you can get the satellite measurements for the last 20 years of precipitation data. And I also put ways that you can put that into a spreadsheet and compare and contrast that, excuse me, with the data that you're collecting. Be kind of a neat way to compare and contrast what you're getting on the ground to what the satellite measured for the same location. So I put the directions in the chat, and feel free to reach out to me if I could be any help to you with that at all. That would be really fun. Nice, really nice work and fabulous presentation. You obviously know your stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, Dorian. Thank you. And you can see the link in the chat. Yes.
Yes, we'll actually get that.
Mhm. So are there any questions?
This is Peter Falcon. I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, I think Laura had the best question of when to go because I've seen photos of Malta and the ocean is beautiful. I love the different colors. My question to the group is, you mentioned that there's a North Atlantic oscillation when you're doing your research, which made it more drier this year. What would you expect to find in your research results on a normal year when perhaps there's no oscillation going on or there's different pressure in the air? Would you think it'd be any different than what you found this year?
Most probably during last year, during December and January, it didn't rain a lot, so we would have probably had more rainy days than usual, as in the around 2 to 3 years ago, it was raining much more than it rained last year.
Also, we would have expected to have much better fruits because in the school garden we plant many various fruits. For example, we planted peas, and we actually had to go and water them every single day during those months because there was no rain at all. So we already had a system that was automatically watering these plants, but when it was a rainy week, we used to turn it off because it would just waste water. So we would have expected to not have to use as much water as we did since we had none. And also the fruit quality would have been much better all around Malta, I think.
Great, thank you very much. That's a great correlation between the rainfall and the vegetation there and your fruits. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
So thank you, Miguel and Luca. I don't see any other questions, only congratulations and comments. So thank you once more. And we can go to the